Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, former President Trump's attorneys went after Michael Cohen on the stand today, attacking the credibility of a key witness in Trump's criminal trial. And a new report shows the United States military saw a decrease in sexual assault for the first time since 2015.
Plus, more rain is on the way for tomorrow and this weekend. Those details coming up as Mountain News at 5:30 starts now.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Olivia Calfee. For a third day, former President Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen was on the witness stand in Trump's New York criminal trial. Cohen is the prosecution's star witness, but Trump's defense team hammered him today, trying to portray Cohen as a liar. CBS's Bradley Blackburn reports from New York.
Former President Trump's defense team attacked Michael Cohen on the stand Thursday, ticking through past crimes and times Trump's one-time lawyer and fixer has admittedly lied under oath. Trump's defense also suggested Cohen was upset he wasn't chosen to serve in Trump's White House and has since made millions by slamming the former president. The jury heard clips of TV interviews where Cohen vowed revenge.
Do you think they've done an effective job of undermining Cohen's credibility?
The defense has done an effective job of showing that Michael Cohen is a witness who comes with baggage.
Cohen testified he lied to protect Trump, as well as his own wife and family. He also told the jury about calling Trump's bodyguard to inform Trump about hush money payments paid to Stormy Daniels. Trump is charged with falsifying business records to cover up the payment and has pleaded not guilty.
Mr. Trump, will you testify?
The former president had a large entourage accompany him to the courthouse Thursday, including 11 congressional allies.
We're here of our own volition because there are things we can say that President Trump is unjustly not allowed to say.
I think the courtroom has provided an opportunity for Republican officials to audition for either the vice presidency and or a position in a future cabinet. It's a bunch of Republican officials trying to prove their loyalty to the former president, which we know is really, really important to him.
Cohen is expected to be the prosecution's last witness. Then the defense will have a chance to present its case. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The trial will be paused tomorrow so former President Trump can attend his son's high school graduation. The judge also announced the case may stretch past Memorial Day weekend. Former President Trump may soon announce a running mate. In an interview with TMJ4 News, Trump said there was a, quote, pretty good chance the VP pick will be unveiled during July's Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Trump, who will take part in a CNN debate with President Biden in June, said he would not have an issue if presidential hopeful Robert F. Kennedy Jr. qualified for debates. Vice President Kamala Harris has agreed to participate in a vice presidential debate this summer. Today, a Biden-Harris campaign official confirmed that Harris accepted an invitation from CBS News for a vice presidential debate. The debate will take place in studio on either July 23rd or August 13th. Former President Donald Trump has not yet named a running mate, but CBS News confirmed that it also extended the offer to the Trump campaign. President Biden has asserted executive privilege regarding interview recordings with special counsel Robert Hur. The move comes as House Republicans are taking their first steps in their contempt of Congress proceedings against Attorney General Merrick Garland. Republicans want the Justice Department to turn over the recordings as part of their impeachment inquiry into President Biden. The interviews focused on classified documents. Embattled Senator Bob Menendez says his wife Nadine has breast cancer. The revelation comes as the New Jersey Democrat is in the middle of a bribery trial. He's been charged with acting as a foreign agent on behalf of Egypt and assisting the government of Qatar. Prosecutors say he did this all while taking bribes from several New Jersey businessmen. Nadine Menendez is also charged in the case. Both have pleaded not guilty. Her trial is set to start in July.
Well, the weather not too bad on this Thursday. For most of us, we are drier and warmer for this evening. Up on first alert pinpoint Doppler, watching out for a few light showers or a few sprinkles. One light shower not too far away from Pippa Passes over in Knott County. Also watching out for a few more sprinkles close to Elkhorn City over in Pike County at this hour. But again, for most, this is the current scene across the region, tracking a few peaks of sunshine and some more mild weather. Most of us on this Thursday in the middle to upper 70s, up to 78 for Clay County and Manchester, up to 77 for Harlan, also in London, and 74 over in Pikeville, also for Clintwood over in Southwest Virginia at this hour. Tracking some more mainly dry weather this evening, those lows in the upper 50s to lower 60s, a small chance of a few sprinkles, but for most, we are drier this evening and tonight. Also tracking some more areas of patchy fog to wake up on your Friday and enjoy the mainly dry weather because rain chances are not too far away. Some more showers on the way tomorrow and more rain chances for this weekend. All those details coming up in just a little bit. Olivia?
Cameron, thank you. A Louisville man charged with murder made an appearance in court this morning. Kenneth Muse is accused of stabbing and killing a woman in a retirement home. Police say he was staying with the victim at the time of the murder. According to investigators, Muse's name was on a sign-in sheet at the retirement home, and he was listed as a guest of the victim. An arrest report says Muse called 911 and told operators he did it. The woman's name has not been released. Muse was also accused in another murder nearly 50 years ago. It turns out Muse already spent most of his life in prison for a murder conviction from back in 1975. He was only paroled in 2019. But before that, Muse was serving time for the death of a man named Austin Saunders in Fleming County. According to court records obtained by our sister station, Muse was seeing Saunders' daughter at the time. Muse shot Saunders, who initially survived but died a couple weeks later. Campus unrest and protest against Israel's war in Gaza have unfolded across the country in recent weeks, leading some universities to call on police to detain protesters and shut down pro-Palestinian encampments. Emily Schmidt shows us how universities are working to balance student safety with freedom of speech.
At DePaul University Thursday, the view from the air showed a shifting ground strategy.
Over 40,000 dead.
Police in riot gear cleared a pro-Palestinian encampment at the Chicago school after DePaul's president said good faith efforts to negotiate with protesters over the past 17 days failed.
As we approached, all the subjects voluntarily left the area.
A university spokesperson says there were no arrests on the university's quad. But two people who were obstructing traffic on a nearby roadway were arrested. It was a different picture Wednesday at the University of California, Irvine, when police clearing an encampment arrested at least a dozen pro-Palestinian protesters.
They are destroying the campus and undoing a democratic, peaceful protest.
The university is holding Thursday classes remotely. On Friday, the union representing 40,000 University of California academic workers will announce a decision on striking over the handling of the protests.
Congratulations, class of 2024.
At NYU, a few dozen students walked out of commencement to demonstrate their support for Palestine, as other students expressed how much they cherished the ceremony.
As a Jewish student, it really means a lot to be here today, especially because with the protests going on, like the safety of a lot of me and my friends has been in question.
The University of Washington's president is calling on protesters to dismantle their encampment as the school cleans up graffiti, some of it violent and anti-Semitic, discovered on multiple campus buildings. The president calls the situation untenable, unlikely as simple to manage as cleaning up graffiti. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
Today, the House of Representatives is set to vote on a bill that would prevent President Biden from withholding weapons to Israel. The move comes amid increasing GOP pressure on Biden about the Israel-Hamas war. Weapons already withheld would have to be delivered within 15 days of the measure's enactment. The GOP-led House bill has no chance of becoming law. The bill appears partly designed to pressure Democrats and expose divisions within the party over the issue. The U.S. military saw a decrease in sexual assault for the first time since 2015. According to the Pentagon, more than 7,200 service members reported some form of harassment last year. That's roughly 110 less from 2022, and a drop was noticed in all military branches. The findings are based on confidential surveys performed every 2 years. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has said addressing the issue of sexual assault was one of his top concerns. And coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, Americans are still dealing with credit card debt. Some of the top mistakes people make when trying to pay it down.
And more wet weather is looming to end the week. Your first alert forecast after this break.